Okie dokie. Now we can get the ball on a roll. All right, you guys, another Monday. And man, oh man, did we call it last week whenever we talked about the ultimate thriver? Let's just jump right on into it, right? It's like I was telling Jackie, I said, and she literally messaged me ultimate thriver, just like we just talked about, because we knew it was predicted that it was going to come. And you guys, it's $200,000 in prizes. And I love, love, love how they divide the categories up, because as somebody that's 40 years old, okay, I can tell you, I definitely don't have the metabolism like I did when I was younger. And it took me a lot longer when I went on this weight loss journey over the last 2.5 years. And even with having gastric sleeve surgery, I see people frustrated a lot of times about how fast their weight's coming off. And mine, literally, it took 2.5 years for me to lose 134 pounds. So that is slow to some. It's fast to others. But, I think a lot of people, they get discouraged whenever they get started on a journey and they don't see the results, which is, again, like I said, the way they divide the ultimate thriver up and the age brackets, and you have 2 sets of winners. I think that's excellent. And plus it gives people I don't know, I think it gives older people that feeling of, maybe I do have a chance. So they go for it. And I say older people because I'm part of that older people crowd. But no, it's also, I love that it's starting. Your registration starts on December 27th, which is also Tim's birthday. But it actually doesn't start until January 1st, which hits wonderfully because New Year's resolutions. And right now, and we're going to talk about this a little bit more, but with the 12 days of Christmas right now, that can kind of help build your network a little bit. So if you're working that every single day, you guys, I bank on the 12 days of Christmas every year that I know that I'm going to pick up a crap ton of new followers. And to be honest with you, I haven't done my due diligence over the last beginning part of this month. However, I've been really kind of navigating and finding new ways to get in front of new eyes. So I've made more connections on a one-on-one basis. I've had a ton of new followers though. And I even had, I think, 15 new accounts of people that I added into the 12 days of Christmas. And if I would have still been, I need to post, I haven't posted today because I'm going to continue to get people started, and I want to get people added because they're getting introduced to the products. They can go back and watch the videos. They're getting introduced to the business, some of our products, plus they have the ability to win some awesome prizes. So everybody in here has access to that. And if you play it right, if you're posting every day in your stories, amp up the winners, celebrate each of the prizes that are being shown every single day. Obviously we don't want to tell people what's going to be given away for that particular day all the time, because it might not be something they're super interested in. But if you kind of spin it, I like to use the whole graphic, but I like to put a selfie, just because it's a proven fact that if people can associate your face along with the business, or the product or whatever, if they can associate your face, they feel like they know you more. That's why they say on business cards, it's always a good idea to have a picture of your face on it, because people will associate that with you. They'll feel like they know you more so than if they just had that piece of card and they can't, there's no facial recognition there. So really right now, what I would suggest to you is put it in your stories, put it in your reels, put it on Facebook, Instagram, wherever you're mainly posting at, or if you post on all of those platforms, put it a little bit everywhere, but sprinkle it in because, like I said, and also most importantly, make sure you get that account. If you're talking to somebody, you want to make sure you're adding them to this group. You guys, if you're not talking to the person and they did not create an account, which by the way, was supposed to be something that they created prior to being added to that group, and they go and they sign up with somebody that's in that group because they're learning information from them, that's on you, because you shouldn't have added them to the group until you had an account. All right. So please make sure you're doing that, because there is nothing compliance can do if you're not the one following up with people and you didn't give them an account and you just added them to a group where Thrive was just being shared, right? So you want to make sure the people that you added, especially if you see them interacting, go in, and if you see them interacting on your post and so forth, go and shoot them a message. Hey, what did you take away from today? Did you learn anything or see anything that you like or you're interested in? Or those people in the group, now would be a great time to say, hey, listen, I know that you're being shown all this stuff in the 12 days of Christmas, but I want to show you what this Ultimate Thriver thing's all about. It's going to start at the beginning of the year, which is when most people start their New Year's resolutions. And last year we had on our team, you guys, one of the winners. So use that. Okay. That's your team too. So use that. Okay. We had on our team one of the winners. It's true. And Jackie signed him. So it's like, seriously, right? It was your personally enrolled, right?
For Ultimate Thriver? Yeah.
Exactly.
My first customer ever, guys. I mean, she wasn't even she was a promoter. Like, she's been a promoter for a long time, but I've had quite the struggle getting her in and out of the business, but Ultimate Thriver was a big why for her because she'd went through life. But I mean, that's the kind of stuff that puts people back in the game, guys.
Yeah, it is. And it also, not only does it put them in the game, but it helps them reach their community a little bit easier because, hey, they're going in on this, they're doing it, they're sharing their journey along the way. But because they're sharing that journey, people are like attracted to that, you guys. People want accountability. People want to be doing stuff with people. All you have to do is post, hey, who wants to be accountable? And I promise you, you're going to have somebody say, I need somebody to be accountable with. So maybe you decide that all these people coming in, that you want to aim for them to be thriving for free. You want to aim for them to, you're going to run a chat. You're going to run a chat. Okay. Don't put it on your upline. If you're going to have your customers in a chat, okay. Run a chat that you are going to help your customers not only get the things that they need, but also staying accountable. Hey, did everybody take their pictures? Did everybody submit their stuff? Everybody have their order in so that they can be able to be a participant in that Ultimate Thriver competition. And then who knows, they could be one of the massive winners, right? So wait, and I'm only saying this stuff because these are all conversations that you can be having with your now customers, your future customers, and your past customers. So all the people that you got 3-day minis out to, all the people that ordered, for me, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021. You guys, I'm going to go through all my customers and I'm going to shoot them all messages. And I have like 300 and something. I don't even know how many customers. All right. And a lot of those people have ordered. So I'm going to shoot all those people messages. I'm going to be a busy bee. Why? Because I know that a lot of those people dropped off. A lot of them, maybe life took them or whatever. And maybe they gained a ton of weight. Maybe they were doing great on their journey and then they fell off. And then, they're already planning on, oh, the new year, I'm going to have a resolution to do X, Y, and Z. And now they upped the stakes because it's a competition. And I love competitions. So I feel like I need to jump on board with this year and really run with it. Truth be told, I've felt kind of guilty the last couple years when it came to the Ultimate Thriver because I had weight loss surgery in March 2019, and I knew that I was going to lose a good bit of weight. And I didn't think that that necessarily was fair, given the fact that I'd had surgery. So I started it and then I just totally backed off. Now that was all in my head. That was all in my head because I had to make the changes. And now I'm at the place where it's really hard for me to lose weight, but toning and stuff like that, I need. So I'm like, you know what? I've seen people win the Ultimate Thriver. They didn't lose a massive amount of weight, but their body shaped up. And I don't know how many of you guys have seen people that have done like the 75 hard, but I know if Kimberly's on here right now, like her before, Kimberly Wild, if you guys go onto her page, like seriously, like her before and after pictures from doing like getting consistent. She did the detox. She did like the 75 hard. And if you don't know what that is, go Google it. You'll be able to find it. But it's literally just like a mental mindset. Okay. And just seeing that transformation, it's like, holy crap, she didn't have to go to the gym 24/7. She didn't have to be 100% on everything she was doing, but she just had to dedicate a couple workouts and making sure she had her water, making better choices. And that is something that if you put something like in a chat for people, maybe you decide to do some kind of, not that exactly, but you want to, everybody drank a gallon of water or something. I can't possibly drink a gallon of water a day. I've tried since my surgery. I cannot do it. But I try to get a ton all day long. I have water all day long. I sleep with it and I literally chug a full glass every single night from the time I go to bed till the time I wake up. So like if you could do like a water challenge in that chat group, you could do, maybe you guys are all following a certain diet, or maybe you don't want to go that far, or you just want to keep people accountable of maybe talking about healthy meals, healthy snacks, maybe some easy exercises that people can do at their desk or around their house whenever they're cleaning or whatever. Getting something like that together now, like racking your brain and saying, what is it that I need to stay accountable? Because if you need it, other people are going to need it. So really utilizing what the Ultimate Thriver has the ability to do for your business. Because if you get it out there, because people aren't going to know about it if you don't talk about it, if you get it out there and you play your cards right, you could bring in a massive amount of customers. And then those customers, when they start sharing, you can help them get those referrals from their friends, and then their friends become part of that chat group with you. And then you're helping everyone. So not only is your Thriver now thriving for free, but now their friends are on board. They have the opportunity to go into the Ultimate Thriver. They may start as a customer and they may become a promoter, because amazing opportunities, right? Jackie, what kind of tips do you have for everybody when it comes to that?
Oh God, I have like a million because my
Yay.
inbox is already blowing up. But oh yeah, so anyways, there was a graphic. I think it's on the Dream Team page. I'm just answering some of the questions in the chat. For the 12 days of Christmas, go and look for the post. If you guys have not gotten into the 12 days of Christmas yet or started promoting it, there is a post in the Facebook group, Dream Team, and it's pretty like big, and it has the link to the groups. Oh yeah, just type in 12 days of Christmas. And we're on day 2 right now. Tomorrow's day 3. So start participating in that. And like Amanda said, make sure they have a free account and just like follow up with them along the way. There's full instructions on how to participate and how to kind of promote it correctly. Okay, so then now I'm going to talk about Ultimate Thriver, because as soon as we got that announcement, of course, super exciting. And I mean, the first time they announced Ultimate Thriver, it was incredible. And season 2 was even better. The prizes got even bigger. Yes, we actually had 2 people on our team that were in the finalists and stuff, but one of our girls did win. And I get this a lot. So let's talk a little bit about mindset. I'm going to use Twin for an example, because Twin's my upline. Twin has 0 weight to lose. If she lost any weight or changed anything about her body, I mean, it would be kind of scary, right? They'd be like, what do you have to do? But honestly, we participate in the Ultimate Thriver anyways, because we have customers that are going to be doing it. We have team that's going to be doing it. So let me see. Yeah, I mean, like, like what is there really to lose if you see the side by sides and stuff? But you know what, surprisingly, we still have transformations that come out of it. Just because, when we're going to be doing the before and after photos, it's kind of like holiday season, right? You might be a little fluffier, even though we just finished detox, but still do it to hold yourselves accountable. So basically what I'm doing right now is I am posting about Ultimate Thriver. I'm posting about last season. Like, those are things that are really exciting. And if you guys have customers, there's so many people that are coming back into the business, like, and customers for detox, and they haven't started yet, right? So what I have been telling all of my customers, I say, oh my God, yes, you have to sign up. You should totally do it, because new year, new me, everybody's doing that. in the beginning of the year anyways. You might as well do it, and maybe you'll win some money. And besides that, and I always go back to, even if they don't win money, they're still going to have some kind of transformation, right? Whether it's their habits, their lifestyle, the weight. So of course, people are all like, that's what people are here for. They want to live better and feel better. So most people are willing to do it. And what I tell them is, because, I was one of those people that I was terrified of a transformation and what it would look like. So I tell them, I'm like, you know what, take pictures first for yourself. Like, it's super, super simple to do. Basically how it works is you're going to participate for 3 months. It's free to join. Only thing is that you need an auto ship on for each month that you're participating, because Lavelle wants you to be on the products. They don't call it Ultimate Thriver for nothing, right? So I stick that out there right away. I don't tell them, because I want them to know, like, hey, you're going to have to be on auto ship for those 3 months. And I always tell them, like, the competition is free, but they have to be on auto ship. So I tell them that, and they're like, okay, yeah, I can do that. And that way it kind of sets in their head that they have to, when they get their Thrive, it's going to be through that. So then I always tell them, like, if a great sale comes along, then you can certainly take advantage of the sale, but just keep your package on the auto ship, right? The 4-week package. That way they get the free shake. And all of them are like, yes, because they really want to be a part of something. You'd be surprised how many people are excited. And I mean, they're scared, but they're excited. And I told all my customers, and I'm going to be doing it with them. So I'm going to be doing Ultimate Thriver with them. And when they see me and I talk to them, I'm like, I don't really have much to lose, but I love these competitions and I'm going to do this with you. So, like, let's do it together. And they're all excited. And then I let them know. I tell them, like, hey, enjoy the holidays. It's a really special season right now. Like, after Christmas, the registration starts on the 27th, and then we're going to start on the 1st. And I tell them how simple it is. There's nothing that is like really, really pressuring them. It's just kind of like something to keep them accountable, but no pressure. There's no coach like hanging over your shoulder. There's none of that. And I told them, I said, there have been people who have entered the Ultimate Thriver that didn't even hit the gym. They were literally just changing their lifestyle, taking the products, taking it correctly. They got onto a regimen. Maybe they started like meal prepping for a little bit. And even better, you guys, now that we have detox, my customers are like, how is this going to affect my detox? I'm like, it's going to be great, because, a lot of people have been seeing some kind of weight loss with detox, like even just a little bit, even if it's just those toxins. And I tell them it's going to be the best for you to start like as soon as the new year happens. And they're excited because they know if you guys are promoting like the transformations that people are getting from like detox, which is technically not even supposed to be a real weight loss thing, right? It's really just to get rid of the metals and toxins. If you guys are promoting that stuff, they're like, okay, if I just do this and this, it's going to be possible for me. So you guys really have to paint that vision of what Ultimate Thriver is going to be for them, and that they should have fun with it, right? So yeah, that's basically how I am sharing it. And of course I'm going to do it with them, and I'm like, we're going to do detox together. And yeah, they're excited for that. So anything else, Amanda? Oh, and then what else? And I mean, it's going to do wonders for your guys' business too, because imagine all of those people, promoters, customers in your organization that are going to be on auto ship for the competition. Of course they see the money prizes, but I told all of my potentials that are going to join, I'm like, Lavelle rewards everybody. They actually send a prize to everybody that completes the Ultimate Thriver. And it's super simple. The only way you can fail Ultimate Thriver is if you don't have an auto ship on during that month. So just don't mess that up, and then you'll be good. If you go all the way through and you submit your photos and stuff, then it's fine. And I mean, just being scared of transformations, I told my customers, I was like, it's pretty private. People don't actually see your transformation until, one, you share it yourself because you're excited, or two, you get to the finalists. So, don't worry about it. Just try it out. Once you get to the end and it's like the 3 months, Lavelle, if you win, Lavelle will put you all over. And then that's when people will see you, but you're going to be picked because you have an incredible transformation that is absolutely worth sharing. And then, yeah, but Amanda.
I've been sitting here. I took a picture of myself while we were, that's why I went off camera for a minute. Because I'm literally sitting here, you guys, making a picture right now of me on this Zoom, sharing the Ultimate Thriver, and also the 12 Days Christmas for my stories, right? Because I realized I hadn't posted anything today about either in my stories. So, right now, showing people that you're not alone, first off, is great. So like if you don't take pictures while you're on Zooms, definitely start doing that. Show that you're somebody serious about wanting to do something with your business. Because if you don't, guess what? Nobody's going to take you serious to help them. All right. So people need to know that like you show up for this kind of stuff. But also utilizing yourself, a picture of yourself, like I just told you, and then throwing those little badges on there of the Ultimate Thriver and, of the 12 Days of Christmas. It's just going to kind of plant a seed, and then you kind of talk about it, you share it, you get excited about it. Somebody had asked over here, what would you shoot? Like, what would you say about the Ultimate Thriver? You guys start your conversation out being excited. Like, oh my goodness, they just announced. So I need to let everybody know because there's mega prizes involved with this. And just like Jackie said, it's super simple. The only way that they don't qualify is if they don't submit their picture or they don't run their auto ship, right? So it's super simple to participate, and it's private. And honestly, like if they become one of the finalists and they share their picture at that point, they've obviously had a transformation. So that's something to be proud of. And that comes down to a mindset, right? So you want people to get in that mindset. And what better way to get people in that mindset than you kind of leading the way, you leading the pack, and then you being that source of inspiration for them. Because honestly, guys, people are attracted to that. People are attracted to people that have energy and are excited about something and passionate about something. And I can't give you the exact wording to say. You could send the same message to every single person, but I'm going to tell you, you're going to get a lot further if the message you send has to do with that person and their unique situation, circumstances, why maybe they quit thriving before, maybe what the results were like before, how much they loved it before, and really keying in and looking past that past conversation that you've had of little things that you could kind of include when you introduce the Ultimate Thriver. Listen, I know that you maybe stopped thriving 2 years ago, but I know how much you love this. And I just want to make sure you see this opportunity. I don't know about you, but the holidays always get me, and this is a great way to get kickstart into the new year. Plus there's some mega money that you can win.
I have some ideas for you guys, just kind of like how to post it. Cause I mean, up until like, a little bit after Christmas, I mean, we have until January 1st. So it's really, really simple for them to enter. They basically send in their transformation and say, yes, I want to participate. And that's how they enter. So it's super easy. But how, just kind of how, right? So going into stories and stuff, definitely post about it, talk about how exciting you are, or how excited you are. I've done things like who wants to do this with me, or like, and doing little polls and where it says like, sign me up or need more info. Like those things are really good. So then that way it'll open up a conversation. And then there's a bunch of them that are like, sign me up. And some of them are thrivers, because thrivers can definitely put sign me up on there. So it looks like the post is busy to whoever else is like answering it too. So that's always greatly appreciated. If you guys see it on like a buddy's page, like go ahead and comment on it. So people aren't like, this is nothing, nobody's answering these things. But yeah, so, and there's a couple customers that are like, what is this? And they'll reach out after, but always make sure to go back and check your polls. And then what else? And then if you guys are eating and stuff, like we have the holiday seasons coming up. If you guys are eating junk, if you guys are eating things like that, like holiday stuff, maybe put on there like, last time I'm eating this because Ultimate Thriver is right around the corner. Like, just kind of dropping it in there. So those are things definitely you're just kind of pre-promoting that. But yeah, so those are things, polls, constantly talking about it, like posting some of the transformations here and there. I reuse the same posts all the time, you guys, like the Ultimate Thriver things. If I'm posting it one day, maybe I'll post something a little bit different, maybe me just talking about it versus actually posting the same exact thing. And then I'll just do that a couple times until leading up to Ultimate Thriver. And then there you go. But my inbox was really busy just from like, okay, what is this thing? You know, I'm thinking about it. You guys are going to get a lot of people that see it and they're just thinking about it, and they need you to let them know how simple it is, right? So there's that. And then, you know, we, after it starts, they can't enter. So really, really do a good job from now until January 1st to get people in before the deadline. Because then people are going to be seeing it through like January, February, March, but they can't enter because it's already started.
Right. So you could even go and do, who has a New Year's resolution to lose weight? Boom, message every single person. All right. I don't know if you'd be interested or not, but since you're already going to be on a mission to lose weight, this is something that I have to offer. All right. Do you see how simple that was? Every single person. And listen, you could even make a joke of it. How many people are going to actually go for the New Year's resolution of losing weight? All right. Because people joke about that. It's like going to the gym and then like 2 weeks later, there's nobody there. Right. So talk about those things. And I promise you, it will really, really help. Somebody said, my followers don't participate on my polls. Can I be honest with you, Daniela? Do you participate on their polls? And I'm only telling you that because a lot of times, if your followers do not participate on your polls, it's either your polls are not being direct or your polls aren't targeted towards what your followers actually are interested in. So I would try to maybe target your polls for your following and then tweak in how you can add Thrive into that, and how you could add in this stuff into it. So work on getting your poll interaction up first on what your followers and the people interact on you. So like how you can figure that out is go to your page, look and see what post of yours you're getting the most interaction. Look and see what the majority of the people that you follow, what kind of stuff they're posting. Because if you do that, you're going to kind of get a sense of, okay, well, okay, if you're scrolling through your news feed and you have negative Nancy, negative Sally, negative Karen, negative Tammy, negative Amy, then you need to start unfollowing, or not necessarily unfollowing, but snoozing those people. Okay. Because what you feed your mind, all right, what you feed your mind, all the negative Sallys and Nancys and Karens and Tammys and everybody else, okay, is going to get into your head. So we don't want that. All right. You want to snooze those people, get your mindset right, get your positivity and your headspace in the right place. So even with saying like my followers don't get my polls, okay, switch that mindset up and say, I'm going to be the most amazing person on polls. So go over to YouTube, go over to Google, figure out what you can do to increase your interaction on polls. How can I increase my interaction on Facebook polls, on Instagram polls? Because by doing that, you're going to become a student first off, right? And then guess what? You can become a teacher and you can teach other people how to do it as well, including your following, okay? Because those people might be interested in how to actually get people to see their stuff. Come on, you guys. People post selfies for attention. Period. End of story. All
That
right.
is a great tip, Amanda. I'm going to actually add to that because I don't remember what I was doing, but I was posting all kinds of stuff. Like, you know, it wasn't just Thrive. And I think I don't know, like, let's just say you go to the grocery store and you pick up something and you just make a poll. It says, have you tried this? And it's a completely different item. And you keep on throwing these like things in, like not a poll, like every single post, but a couple different polls a week. So people see how normal it is that there's polls on your stuff and it's not just Thrive. And they're going to start like answering the polls for like things. And then like what Amanda was saying, try to gear your polls to your audience. Like if you are I don't know, I don't know, like whatever your hobbies are or whatever your network and stuff is like doing, even if you have a certain makeup, like I have a favorite lip gloss that I know a lot of people use, and I'll just be like, has anybody tried this? It's like the little Laneige sleeping mask. I mean, it's super popular. You can get it at Sephora, and people, there's like cult followings for this little thing. And guarantee there's going to be like, oh my God, my fave, my fave, my fave, my fave, like, or no, I want to try it. Those are the kind of polls that you want to pull people in. And then they'll start like looking at your posts more. And then maybe they'll engage in like, you know, a post for Ultimate Thriver or something like that. So
Well,
definitely
just like
mix that
everything
stuff in.
else, it bumps up your algorithm so they're most likely to see you. So if you can get them to comment on some of the things that are unrelated to Thrive, then they're going to be more likely to comment on the things that are related to Thrive whenever, because they're going to be just numbers, guys. It's a numbers game. It's like the more that you interact, the more that they're going to interact. The more that you put stuff out there, for them to be interested in, the more they're going to start to see it, right? So you just have to think about it like, how can I get in front of new people? It's something that I constantly, from day one, you guys have heard me talk about. Your first year of network marketing changed my life. I read it my very first like couple months in this industry, and that literally is such an important thing that you need to realize now, is that you need to constantly be building that network. You need to constantly be interacting with your network and figuring out what it is. One of the great things that you could be putting right now, like a great poll for right now, if you celebrate Christmas, okay. If you celebrate Christmas, you could say, and your kids still believe in Santa Claus, okay. This is, and listen, this might not be relevant for you. And if it's not, I'm just using it as an example. You could say, do you wrap your Santa presents? All right. That's a huge thing. I see tons of people posting about. All right. I see tons of people saying, okay, do you use colored lights or white lights? Just different stuff. Do you set New Year's resolutions? Or what kind of resolutions do you set? These are interactive things that will make people respond, right? An open-ended, you want something that people are going to give back for, and they have their opinion on. Or what kind of desserts do you make for Christmas? Or what kind of desserts, or how do you celebrate New Year's Eve? Do you have any traditions that you and your family have? Anything like that. So you see where you could like really go, you do the elf on the shelf. Like right now, if you forget to put the elf out, I used to always forget to put the freaking elf out. And I used that. Okay. I used that. And I used to make a joke about it. And then I would ask for ideas for it. And you could be sharing ideas for it. So if you're doing elf on the shelf, like, more power to you. I'm so glad I'm not doing that anymore. But if you're doing it, take a picture of what you're doing and then go share it, because somebody's going to need it and somebody's going to need an idea, and somebody is sitting there watching you tonight and they're saying, man, I can't think of anything. I want to hang this thing from the ceiling tile. Okay. Because they really have no clue what else to do. But the reality of it is that getting the stuff that people are going to be interested in, that's going to bring them into you. So even when it comes to Ultimate Thriver, those leading questions, if you get somebody that says, yes, I set New Year's resolutions to lose weight, now that's somebody that you can put on your list that you can specifically message about this. So you could even be talking about something unrelated to Thrive, Lavelle, whatever, but it triggers something that is like, oh, maybe they'd be interested in this. Maybe they're sitting there talking about how stressed they are, or how they've had no energy, or they're talking about having no motivation whatsoever. So, no motivation. Well, what's better for no motivation? Accountability. Okay. Accountability. And maybe they don't have big, things, massive amounts to lose or anything like that. However, they want to get off their couch and actually move their body and, feed themselves better. Maybe they're not taking care of themselves just because somebody looks like they're in shape or appears like they're in shape. They could literally just have really good genetics and an awesome metabolism. And I hate those people. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Twin. Twin, twin.
Yeah, but for real, it's like, I want you guys to really, really expand. And then when it comes to the 12 days of Christmas, you guys, it's such a blessing. Honestly, even if somebody doesn't necessarily need it for themselves, they can always pay it forward. So make sure that you utilize that. They could be a winner and maybe they don't need it. Okay. Because there's some people that aren't going to enter because they're like, I don't need this. There's other people that need it more. All right. And listen, maybe you decide that you're going to give it back if you win it. Okay. And you can share that with people that, hey, maybe you aren't interested in this, but maybe somebody that is. All right. So make sure when you're having those conversations that you're asking for that referral, that if they know anybody, because if they would end up being interested in something that they see in the 12 days of Christmas, wouldn't you want them to have their friends added in with an account under them? Yes, you sure would. Right. So see how this could really kind of ripple. So the people that you've already invited to the 12 days of Christmas, a good way to triple, quadruple, whatever you want to say, the exposure of those people. Now go reach out to those people that are participating in the 12 days of Christmas already and ask them if they have 5 friends. Maybe if they have 5 friends that they can add to the group after they successfully have signed up on the referral link, maybe you give them $15 in credits, or maybe you do something else. Maybe you get a little goodie bag together and you send it to them or something. All right. Think outside the box, and I promise you it'll pay off. I do want to touch on something before I don't. Somebody mentioned over here about them putting the save to date for Thrivepalooza. I want to tell you guys a really quick story. In September of 2013, I was making less than $500 a month in this industry. And somebody told me I went to an event. I was less than I was only in the business for 5 months at that time. And I was not at even what the 4K rank is. Well, no, I lied. I did. I went to what would have been kind of equivalent to it in August while I was at an event. And at that event, the girl was up there and she had previously was working at Walmart, and she was on food stamps. And anyways, this girl was now a 5-figure earner. And there were multiple ladies that were like this. Anyways, they were talking about going to conference. I had never flown. I had never done anything like that in my life. However, they were talking about get there, it'll change your business. Get there, it'll change your business. So I worked weekend midnights. I knew that it would be almost next to impossible for me to be able to go. However, I knew that if they could do it, I could do it. And if I could just learn the things that they were doing, then why couldn't I be where they are? All right. So I made the decision right then and there when the conference dropped, and our conference was in January. So this was in September when our conference dropped, that I pre-sold, okay, what would be our mini experiences. So $25, $25, $25, $25. All right. To have enough to pay for my ticket for conference whenever it dropped. All right. So that's $100 normally. So I just kind of want to give you guys an idea. All right. So that you can pay for your ticket. So if you sold 4 3-day minis, all right, for $25 a piece, I'm just giving you a roundabout number here. There's your conference ticket money. All right. How are you going to get your plane ticket money? Guess what? Get your booty moving. Go get a fast start. Go get some more 3-day minis sold. All right. Make your plan now. If you are worried about affording it, grab a group of people together and you guys all share that hotel room. You guys could eat peanut butter sandwiches. I mean, seriously, you can get food and you can eat it and, whatever, order pizza or whatever it is. And I promise you guys, if you get there and you, from this moment right now forward, and listen, there are going to be people that go that never move their business. All right. Forward. There are going to be people that go that never move their business forward. Why? Because those people probably lacked some consistency, some belief in themselves, some consistency, and some action. All right. Please understand, it's going to take consistency, action, and belief. Because if you don't have those things, all right, and right now that, hey, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to find a way and I'm going to work every day to try to figure it out. Because when you get there, I went to my very first conference, guys. I told everybody I was excited. I was like, I'm doing this. This is how I'm doing this. I had 2 ladies go with me to that first conference. That next year, actually 3 months after that, I was a 5-figure a month earner. Okay. I'm telling you this, and I've been that ever since April of 2013. I have made over that amount every month. Okay. And the reason why I'm telling you this now is because I literally am no different than any one of you guys right there. I was brand new in the business. I was literally had no clue how to work any social media. All right. I got on Google, I got on YouTube, and I was like, how do I reach new people? How do I get in front of new followers? And I would stay up for hours on end just to interact and get people to follow my stuff. And then all of a sudden I started signing people and I started signing customers because I started talking about it nonstop. And listen, when I say that, please just don't go throw up all over the place, all over your newsfeed, like 24 hours a day. Because you don't want to do that either, because I did that and it made a lot of people unfollow me. So have a nice balance, but be consistent with it and take action with it, and be excited about, start talking about going right now, going to the Gaylord and going to Texas and meeting with a bunch of people. So that first conference, I had 2 people. The next conference, I had like 50 or something like that. The next conference, I had like 100 and something. Then it was like 150. And then this last conference, I think we had over 500 people. You guys, I'm telling you, all right. And that energy that you are going to be able to surround yourself. And I can remember coming out of that conference and being like, oh my gosh. And I talked to everybody. It was like the belief meter was off the charts. And I was so excited. And I was like, I could do this. Like, I could change my family's life. I could change Sarah's life. I could change Amy's life. I could change, like, you guys, I'm telling you, like, start getting excited, start talking about it, start being pumped up, start getting it in your brain that yes, you can afford it. Yes, you can do it. You can't afford it right now, but guess what? You're going to find a way. You're going to find a solution, because if you find a solution and you could be X, Y, and Z amount next year at this time, and you could pay for your kids' college next year, you could buy your kid their first car, you could buy yourself a car, you could purchase a home for your family. Like, I want you to envision and get out that vision board. And this is another thing that you could be doing for the polls right now, is putting out vision boards, asking people if they create vision boards. Show them what a vision board is. Some people have no clue what that is. Promoting this kind of stuff promotes other people around you to get in a better headspace, right? So you know how I said a little bit ago, if you're scrolling through and all you're seeing is negative people, negative people, negative people, well, gosh darn it, you're not going to get positive people if you're not posting stuff to attract those people. So you want to be that person that kind of sets the example, and then people are going to be magnetic to, like, you're going to be like a magnet to people, and they're going to come for you to inspiration. They're going to come to you for that belief, and that in itself is going to help you in every aspect of it. So if you haven't thought about Thrive Palooza, that's just been off the thing for you, please re-examine that thought process.
Amanda, can I say something?
Yes, absolutely.
Hi, everyone. I would just want to say something about Palooza. If this is going to be your first year going, and you might go by yourself, or you might go with like one other person, because I did when I went. I literally went by myself with Ollie. But it also shows your network that have been following you and watching you how serious you are about this business too, because this is the biggest event of the company. And if you guys make it to this and you guys show people, hey, I'm going, and you guys show people what it's about, the people that are watching you, they're gonna be like, okay, she's really serious about this like Thrive stuff that she's been talking about. Like, it just shows people another level of commitment that you guys are willing to do, right? So with the whole money thing, like, start saving. The reason why they tell you or tell us so early on is because we can plan now. Like, any amount that you set aside today or this month for until next month, or until like, what is it, April, whatever, it's going to be enough, especially if you room with people. But again, it really shows people how serious and how committed you are to your business. And when you come back from that, then you're going to get people be like, hey, we saw that, it looks so fun, blah, 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 whatever the case. But yeah, no, that's why it changes a lot of people's business after they come home.
I want to mention too, kind of like what Amanda was saying, like, there are people that come home and they do nothing with their business, but they come home and they might have a different realization of what they want for their life. I have seen it. Like, some people, they really just come for the community. They come there to feel the energy. They come there because they are lifetime thrivers. They're taking the products every single day and they know how it's changed their life, and they want to be surrounded by that. There's so many people that go literally just for that, just for their community. So if that is something that you crave, imagine being around all of those thrivers. And then, yeah, like what Twin was saying, they tell us this early so that we can prep for it. They tell us so that, if you guys are working your jobs, that you can book that weekend off, or however many days it's going to take. So yeah. And then Angela says, I didn't have a sitter, but I booked it first and figured it out after. You have to.
Yeah.
You literally have to do that. And I mean, there's so many people that have kids on here and they feel guilty, like, oh my God, I can't leave my kids at home. But like, you're doing it for your kids, you know?
Yeah.
And make it a
But
short trip. You guys, listen, if for some reason, like you can only get there for the 2 days of conference, let it just be for that. You hop on a plane as soon as it's over. Okay. You can make your trip short. You don't have to make it like the longer or whatever, where you have a little bit of cushion. You can make it where you're flying in right before and you're flying out right after. But you'll still have at least that one night that you can really embrace with the community. And you guys, I also want to say something, and I'm glad that you actually brought that up about it. Some people just, they're lifelong thrivers and they come to be part of the community. You guys, there are different people in this business for different reasons. So remember that when you're talking to people, that not everybody, one, is going to believe that they can be up on that stage or be in the millionaires. Some of them don't want to be up on that stage or be in the millionaires. They have no ambition to do that. It's just like some people never apply for management or whatever, because they're just happy where they're at. All right. So realize that some people are here just for the friendships. All right. It can get really lonely when you're at home, when you have kids and you're not really out there in the world anymore. So it's really nice to have a community. Some people are just here for the community. Some people are just here for the friendship. Some people are just here to be able to make enough money, okay, so that they can put their kids into like sports, or they can run for some kind of, you know, give back that they want to do, or something that they're involved in. You know, Brittany Hyder, she rescues pets, you guys. And that is something she's really big into. And those are kind of the things that I want you to think about. Like, it's not just to make money. Okay. There's so many more aspects to this business and what it is that we do in our conference. You know, somebody that needs to be inspired, somebody that is overcoming addiction and just really needs that support system, and positive, motivated, inspirational people. You guys, we have so many people. I could name off like a ton of really inspiring ladies that have made very impactful decisions. I think Brittany's at like 580 something days sober, you guys. And that is incredible. What is like 506, 590, I don't know, 600 something, 603 days. Yeah. Sober, you know, and listen, all you gotta do is go read her story. It's not mine to tell. Okay. Go read her story. She shares it all the time. And you guys, that was inspired by seeing other people. Okay. Like, I know that because I know you reached out to other people that you saw also get sober. But obviously not because of them, but because of her own choices and life, that she realized, hey, wait, I need to make some changes to my own life. So there's things that you're going to get in this business that are just invaluable. All right. That are going to change your life, and the people that you're going to meet that can change your life. Somebody that's going to inspire you to do something that you maybe thought there's no way that you could ever accomplish, but you did.
And you guys, our conference is so fun. I mean, I have videos and like footage of like Cami and you know, some of our corporate staff, they're like shooting off shirts into the crowd at like 9 a.m. in the morning, and it looks like I'm at like a, you know, like a concert or a rave or something. And that's the kind of stuff that I post, because I'm like, this company is so fun, you know, it's so exciting. Oh yeah. And then also another thing too, like I absolutely love representing this company. We just had those billboards go up. So there's lots of Thrive in the Sky billboards. And I saw a really great post because, you know, I don't know if we have one in Times Square right about now, but we have posted those billboards in Times Square. And what I love is like, there were so many people that were like, they don't post pyramid schemes in Times Square. You know, they really don't. So if you guys see any of those things, like definitely like, you know, represent our company. There was one in Vegas. Yeah, so I mean, like definitely represent the company. If you guys see it, ask people to tag you and stuff like that, because it's incredible. I had so many people reach out to me and they're like, I'm so proud to be a part of this company. We were like in Times Square, and I'm like, I don't think we're there right now because it looks like old graphics, but we have been, you know, we definitely are up there. So yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, you guys, like we said earlier, get people interested, excited, knowing what the ultimate thriver is. By just using those words, they're going to be clueless. Make sure you're using things like accountability, because you're going to provide that. You know, how simple it is. Like, hear those key words that I'm saying. Those are the kind of things that you're going to want to talk about and say. Because and then the best people to reach out to about it, first off, are the people that have tried samples and people that have been previous customers, because they're already going to be, you know, probably using products or more willing to be using products. Or people that have been sitting on the fence, reach out to them. Just start. Go into your cloud office and just start. All right. Don't be afraid of them saying no. Don't be afraid of what the response is. Just send the message. Okay. And then making sure that you're getting consistent with building your network every single day, building your following, working on those polls, interacting with people. Right now, you guys, interaction is so huge, because people are posting family get-togethers, people are posting all kinds of stuff. Like, you literally could be asking about desserts, asking about get-togethers, asking about New Year's, asking about resolutions, asking about goals, asking about vacation next year. I mean, for God's sakes, I'm not even thinking that far ahead, but you can be asking about anything, just because people are at home. All right. And they're scrolling social media just like you. And you know what? Be entertaining. Maybe now is the time that you decide. I've seen, and I was inspired this morning. I saw a girl that I've known now for probably 8 years in this industry. And she's always kind of on the side, just like done makeup. Okay. And you guys, it made my heart so happy to see how exploded her like her stuff is. And she eventually ended up joining like a makeup company. Okay. How her reels are getting like millions of views every single time. Okay. And I'm like, whoa. Because years ago, she could not get the confidence to even make posts. Okay. And now to see like where she's at, because she just did it. She didn't do it because she thought she was going to get a bazillion customers. She just did it to kind of perfect her art. Okay. And that is the same thing that you have to think about with this, is that you have to do it in order to figure out what's wrong and what's right. And then you keep on doing more of what's right, right? When you start getting reactions and you start getting responses, you do more of that. You feed into that. So right now is the time to really kind of hit it hard and making sure that you're staying consistent and you're sharing, you're speaking it, you're talking it, you're speaking where you're going to be next year at this time. All right. The things that you want to accomplish. And that's going to be what's going to propel you. So the 12 days of Christmas, if you haven't been promoting it, start right now. Okay. Get in the group. If you're not in it, let somebody know. Go on the post on the Dream Team page. There is a link. There's a link for you to click so that people don't have to add you and that's not friends with you and then have to add you as a friend and everything else. There's a link in the Dream Team page. Go there, add yourself to it, and then get posting, talking about it, being excited, get posting about the ultimate thriver. Just take that initiative. I promise
There's
you.
a question. It says promoters can't win, but can they join?
Oh, are you talking about the 12 days
12
of
days?
Christmas? There's going to be something separate for promoters.
Okay.
So absolutely, you can join in, you can participate. In fact, you should, because it'll encourage your customers and your people in there to join it. So you can't win, but yes, you
Oh,
definitely.
another thing, Lavelle's doing theirs. They're doing the 7 days of Christmas, 7.
Yeah.
And that one is huge. Like they gave away so much stuff. Actually, one of the girls won the grand prize on our team last year, and it was a grand prize. They just started, was it yesterday or today? Today is the first day. Today, Monday? Today's Monday. They started today. So 7 days of Christmas for Lavelle. That one is the one where you follow along on Lavelle's stories. Did you see that one?
I didn't realize it was today. So like I'm heading there right now, as should every single other person on the Zoom. Okay.
So I'm going to give you guys some posting tips for that too. Okay, so if you guys are on Instagram, I'm not sure exactly what they're doing on Facebook, but I know there's like a square, you can screenshot it and post it from like their feed, but they do have a reel. They made this amazing reel with like ornaments and stuff spinning around, and it's super cute. So you just press play and then it shows like, the 7 days of Christmas. They have little activities every single day for people to enter. That one is extremely good. Like, go in the comments and stuff and tag your customers, right? Or just like send the post to your customers who are already loving Thrive, because it's super easy for them to participate. I think they follow Lavelle. They participate in whatever the day's thing is, and then there's a giveaway every single day. The grand prize last year, Kelly Nguyen, she's on our team, and she participates every single day. She's really, really incredible at promoting everything Thrive. Like, she's like the perfect Thrive promoter as far as like social media and posting. But she won the grand prize, and it was a Peloton, a freaking MacBook, an iPhone. How many of you guys can use a new phone? Like, Lavelle is so generous. They gave a robot, like a little robot vacuum that she still has. It still cleans her house every single day from last year until now. Like, how life-changing is that? And a whatchamacallit, like some blanket. I forget what kind of blanket it was, but it was a big deal, for the Peloton to come like during the pandemic. Those are big prizes. Like, I can't even imagine. So yeah, get into that as well. That one, promoters can definitely join, because she is a promoter. And yeah, so get yourself in that, get your customers into that as well. And then even like new people as well. But yeah, it is a little bit different because that one has like Thrive all over it, versus 12 Days of Christmas is not mentioning Thrive, right?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's great. And I just literally went and recorded the video, and I'm going to post it to my stories here in a minute. So you guys just like think outside the box, add your own little twist into things. I promise you. If you're on here right now, like, I just want to tell you guys, every single Zoom, like as the holidays approach, sometimes you see less and less and less people. Like, I'm so thankful for each one of you guys, like that you plug in and that you're hungry to want to learn. And I just hope that each one of you guys that are on here right now, like, really kind of take the things that you're hearing and you just believe in yourself. Please believe in yourself, because if you don't, begin believing in yourself, you're going to really, it's going to hold you back, and you have so much potential. Like, I wish I could shake each one of you guys, like literally wish I could shake each one of you guys and be like, you can do it, like in my best like accent, you can do it, I promise you can. Because the thing is like, none of us are different than you. All right, none of us. We're nobody special. We literally just decided that we were going to make it happen. And that a lot of us failed forward. All right. I know I failed forward. And I just want each one of you guys to just go for it, because it can literally change your life. It can change your family's life. It can change your neighbor's life. That friend that you've known your entire life that has struggled forever and ever and ever and was given the worst deck of cards, it could change her life. Go and give it to her, or go and give it to him. All right.
I didn't realize we were almost out of time.
I know. It's
But
because I talk nonstop. Go.
I wanted to mention just before we get off, yes, it is December, guys. We don't know what to expect. We know that Lavelle always gives us tools. They will always give us tools. I'm sure they're going to give us an amazing Christmas, whether that be promos or things that we as promoters can run for. So definitely go with those things. But just from like being in this business for like a couple of years now, when it does come around this time, we may experience a couple days during December where it's like crickets, because people are spending time with their family. So I want you guys to remember that you guys are going to be spending time with your families. Just remember that if it seems like it's like slow, remember why, right? It's the holidays. People are spending money on other things. The only thing we can do is show up and be consistent. That is the only thing that we can do, is just to be consistent, because if you are, it's going to pay off. And I was going to share a story, because I actually signed my biggest leg in the month of November, right? And my leader at the time, she was like signing up people, and November was like a great month for her, and December came around and it was a little bit slower, and she almost got discouraged. Almost, she almost got, she wasn't interested. Almost, it was kind of like fading. But then January came around and she was like, holy crap, fire lit under her butt. I mean, she had a rock star that signed, and then everybody was wanting Thrive because of the whole You know, everybody wants new year, new me. And what are we? We're a health and wellness company. We got the goods. We have everything that people need and want. So give yourself grace during the month of December if you guys ever feel anything like that. Because January, I mean, you guys are going to be like, holy crap, this is what they were talking about. And sometimes it can take a little bit too, because I've had people too were like, I thought you said January was going to be amazing, but it's like January 5th and they're still wondering where the people are at. But guess what? There's going to be a lot of people who are very stubborn. I was one of those people. I'm going to do it the old fashioned way. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to do my diets the way that I want to. Like, I'm going to eat healthy. But guess what? It's going to take them until like January 15th for them to fall off their goals and realize that, hey, maybe I should try this Thrive thing, right? Maybe I really should try. Maybe I really do need help, right? So give it some time. Give yourself grace.
And
Do
you
not
have to
worry.
also realize though, guys, too, is that you always have to think in the sense of like that 30-day, okay, say you worked your business for 30 days solid. Okay, great. You're building that foundation, right? So like 3 months from now, that work that you did right now is going to be paying off. Those people have consistently watched you and started to trust you. And now you have piqued their interest. Now you've gotten their interest because maybe they fell off of their own journey that they were on or whatever it might be. 6 months from now, if you stayed consistent, like imagine that it just can, it spirals. All right. Like right now, I get messages from people that have been watching me for 8 years, that have known me my entire life, that have been watching me this entire time that I've been in this industry, that I've been part of this company. And they're reaching out and they're saying, okay, now what is it that you're doing exactly? Or what do I need to do what you do? And so even though they're watching me, they don't quite understand it. So just realize, like, the more you talk about it, the more excited, the more proud you are. Like Jackie said, be proud to put your name with this company. Be proud to put your name with these products, because they do work. They can transform people's lives, if they take them and they actually, apply doing it. And it also can transform people's lives if they have the business, right? Because it can financially change them, or just the community aspect of it. So, all right, we're done. We're going to close this off. I'll make sure this is uploaded to YouTube. So any of your team that didn't get it, make sure you're checking the link. My YouTube's listed on that reminder post. But I always put it on the Dream Team page in the comments after it's uploaded. So everybody,
But our jobs right now, guys, is be consistent. Okay. Stay consistent and be in the mindset. I'm not going anywhere. Like, they're going to come to me when they're ready. So be in that mindset of being consistent and not going anywhere, because they will come to you. So yes. Happy
everybody
Monday, guys.
bye. Have a good night, guys.